I'm going to put it at 10,000 emails that we have received since we opened up this tip line. This would be insane. We want to read your emails. Absolutely not. She knows we're going to say you can't read that.
She just continues to ask for more and more because she can't find any evidence.
Blake Lively is spiraling after Candace Owens dropped a bombshell live on air, one name, 10,000 plus damning emails, and leaked documents pointing to a calculated PR takedown. Even Taylor Swift's father is allegedly tangled in the mess. Blake's meticulously manufactured image didn't just crack, it imploded, blindsided by receipts she never imagined would see daylight.
I've received my subpoena from Blake Lively today. I'll tell you what is in it, because in my opinion, she's kind of admitting that she cannot prove that there was a smear campaign.
Candace Owens has just been hit with a subpoena, courtesy of Blake Lively's legal team. Yes, that Blake Lively, fashion darling, PR princess, and half of Hollywood's most camera-ready couple. She strutted into 2025 court like it was the Met Gala meets Law and Order, thinking she could silence Candace like a background extra in her perfectly lit biopic.
What are you talking about? This doesn't make any sense. Let's slow that down here, because I think we're realizing something.
But real life isn't scripted, and Candace doesn't take background roles. What followed wasn't just a counterstrike, it was a legal demolition. Candace didn't flinch. She turned the subpoena into a public takedown, ripping apart Blake's claims like a bad screenplay, scene by scene, until the whole case looked like a Hollywood flop on opening weekend.
I needed to work through her request, because there's something very weird here.
The subpoena landed like a mid-season plot twist, live, on camera, right in the middle of filming. A process server waltzed in with a southern grin, oozing charm like he was delivering a bouquet, not legal warfare. Big fan, he told Candace, with a straight face, handing her a document designed to gut her. You seriously couldn't script this better.
Compelling part of this subpoena that I'm about to show you, which I wasn't expecting, is the requested timeline of a documentation that they'd like, okay? This is page 9 of the subpoena. It's a lot of blah, 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 a bunch of words. I'm not reading this whole thing.
Candace could have ignored it. Could have brushed it off with a smirk. But no, she cracked it open on the spot. And by page 9, the mood shifted. What started as laughable courtroom cosplay turned into full-blown madness. The kind of madness you don't just fight, you expose.
Each request concerned the time period from May 1st, 2024 through to present.
Because Blake Lively's legal team, led by the now infamous Michael Gattel, wasn't just asking for answers. They wanted everything. Every email, DM, text, group chat mention, and possibly even carrier pigeon communication about Blake, dating. All the way back to May 1st, 2024. It wasn't discovery, it was a digital witch hunt.
That if you're going to subpoena people, you're going to need messages that took place before you filed the lawsuit saying that it already happened. But look what they're doing here. They're extending that. Why would you extend it? There's no way that you could extend it because it already happened in the past.
Let's crunch the numbers. Blake filed the lawsuit on December 20th, 2020. But her lawyers demanded Candace's emails from after the alleged smear campaign had already taken place. So, they're hunting for proof after the crime? Make sense. What they forgot is simple. Candace Owens doesn't rattle easy, especially not over sloppy legal math.
She knows that I have a source because I'm the one that revealed that it was Scott Swift who teamed up with Baldoni.
Because here's the truth. Nothing gives a Hollywood PR team heart palpitations faster than a well-aimed truth grenade. And Candace? She didn't just toss one, she launched a nuclear strike on the red carpet. Scott Swift, yes, that's Scott Swift, Taylor's dad, eternal backstage lurker and honorary stadium snack dad, was exposed as a central player in a vicious PR assault on Blake Lively. And no, this wasn't a blind item. It was Candace. Live. Loud. Unapologetic.
Probably going, oh, who sent that to her? Was it Taylor? Are Candace and Taylor friends? Is Taylor trying to undermine me? This is a fishing expedition. That's what it is, a fishing expedition, because she wants to know now who's talking trash about her.
No easing into it. No allegedly cushion. Just straight fire. Scott Swift is backing Justin Baldoni in his PR war against Blake. That's the line. And if you listened closely, you could hear the collective gasp of Hollywood publicists choking on their oat milk lattes and screaming into their wrinkle creams.
But sloppy, I think that's legal strategy, is to get these people like me and Steph with the deeds to say, we're not giving that information, so they can go, oh, look, something is happening.
Why did Blake's team go nuclear? Simple, because no one else had the scoop. Not TMZ. Not Page 6. Not even Variety with its usual army of anonymous insiders. Just Candace. Which means one thing, someone talked. And not a barista who once spelled Ryan Reynolds' name wrong. This was insider access, real access. Taylor Swift's dressing room level access. Suddenly, the lights were on, the curtain was pulled, and Blake's PR machine was standing center stage, totally exposed.
Stop, sweetheart. It's everyone. Everyone dislikes you because after Brian Friedman dropped the receipts, we all got invested and we're covering this organically.
Blake's team didn't freak out because the claims were false. They freaked out because Candace hit a nerve. This wasn't a subpoena for truth, it was a PR fire extinguisher aimed at a 5-alarm blaze. A blaze Candace lit with the precision of a political arsonist who knows exactly where the gas lines are buried.
Your campaign happening against you now? Yeah, we all read your words. We read your messages, we read your Khaleesi Dragons, and we're kind of sickened by the way that you bullied Justin Baldoni. Like, we read it and we feel passionate about this case, and we're teaming up in the way that every parent and mother and woman and child that has been following this just wants to see justice brought to Justin Baldoni.
Let's not kid ourselves. This lawsuit was never about setting the record straight. If that were the case, Blake's lawyers wouldn't be acting like caffeine-fueled detectives demanding email headers, IP traces, and GPS-stamped voice memos. This wasn't legal defense, it was a panicked attempt to plug a sinking ship with paper straws.
Every piece of information that he wants leading up to when he filed this lawsuit. But obviously, we are going to assert reporter's privilege to protect our sources for how we got information about Blake Lively following her lawsuit being filed. I mean, common sense.
The second Scott Swift's name came out of Candace's mouth, everything changed. This wasn't about defamation anymore, it was a desperate scramble. Candace had what Blake didn't, the tea. And she served it piping hot, live, and without a single filter. That's what turned a celebrity PR tantrum into a legal witch hunt. Let's call it what it really is, a subpoena dressed up in vengeance, a lawsuit in drag as damage control, a desperate PR stunt in courtroom heels.
So you filed that lawsuit saying if this is real, it really happened on December 20th of 2024. It would follow that if you're going to subpoena people, you're going to need messages that took place before you filed the lawsuit saying that it already happened, but look what they're doing.
If Blake Lively thought her secrets would stay buried, she clearly underestimated one thing. Candace Owens owns a shovel. And she came to dig deep. No fear, no filter, just full excavation mode.
She's literally subpoenaing, just to be very clear. She wants, I'm going to put it at 10,000 emails that we have received since we opened up this tip line.
Candace didn't flinch. While Blake's team strutted around like a courtroom mafia, flinging subpoenas like party favors at a PR meltdown, Candace held the line. No theatrics. No panic. Just a calm invocation of reporter's privilege and a deadline carved in stone. She'd turn over anything dated before December 20th, 2024, the day the lawsuit was filed. After that, off limits. Period. Try again.
Please check on Noah, please. Here it is. Here it is. Poor Noah, my lawyer. Or rich Noah, my lawyer, because my legal life seems to be never ceasing. It just continues to go.
And when she said off limits, she meant it. We're talking over 10,000 emails, tips, leaks, burner accounts, moms from the Upper East Side whispering secrets over matcha. All protected. All untouchable. Candace isn't just holding firm, she's guarding the soul of investigative journalism like it's classified intel.
I still believe that the public is still stupid to comprehend what's happening here. This is effectively a PR strategy. Of course, we are going to say, we're not giving up all the people that gave us information. She knows that I have a source.
Even her legal team is in the trenches with her. Her attorney, Noah, has practically become an internet folk hero. Candace jokes he's one deposition away from a beach and a margarita, and honestly, she's probably right. The guy's out here parrying Blake's legal barrage with a half-empty coffee cup and a fistful of privileged claims like it's just another Tuesday.
The mommy sleuth. She's like, I want to know every Barbara and Sandy and Megan and every person that emailed you and Kyle and Kevin. We want to read your emails. Absolutely not. She knows we're going to say you can't read that.
Beneath the sarcasm, here's the real story. This is serious. What Candace is doing isn't about dodging subpoenas or clout chasing. It's about protecting the core of journalism. The rule is simple: protect your sources. Always. Whether it's a shampoo scandal or a billionaire trying to scrub their past, you don't burn the people who come forward. Break that trust once, and whistleblowers go silent forever. Candace Owens wasn't about to let that line be crossed, not on her watch.
Abide by your subpoena as it pertains to any time before you filed your lawsuit, but you are not getting access to 10,000 emails for your fishing expedition so you can find out who leaked to me about Scott Swift. That's ridiculous.
She made it crystal clear: sue her, scream conspiracy, whine to the press, but she's not giving up the PTA mom who sent a shady email, or the ex-nanny who saw too much. This isn't just another celebrity spat, it's about precedent. And Candace refuses to be the cautionary tale who broke the chain of trust.
They've forgotten themselves. You are alleging that he conspired behind the scenes to launch a smear campaign.
So while Blake's PR machine frantically spins this lawsuit as a noble truth-seeking mission, Candace is holding her ground. Not just for herself, but for every anonymous tipster who risked something to tell the truth. This isn't rebellion, it's responsibility. It's a stand for press freedom. And if that rattles a few celebrity cages, so be it.